Okay, everybody, so today we're here to talk about the Analogue 3D, and what you guys are going to be wondering is release date. So we're going to cover everything, and I'm going to try to get it out as fast as possible. What we're going to cover is everything you probably want to know. I'm going to put some stuff up on the screen for you as well. We're going to talk about release date, production. We're going to talk about patents, like what's going on with the patents. We're going to talk about reviews and things that can be used. And I'm going to cut to the chase as fast as possible for what everybody wants to know about what I have or knowledge for a release date. Okay. So everybody wants to know, is this thing coming out? Like when, how fast, how soon? So instead of waiting till the end of the video, like some YouTubers do, I'm going to just tell you and show you everything that I know and what I've found out. So I was going to make this video literally on the weekend, and I was like, wait a minute, what's this? And so I waited to see, and sure enough, it is true. Now, I'm not going to post everything that I have found, because if I do, would there be some sort of copyright? I don't need them coming after me if they find out I found out. I don't know what to tell you. Now, there are going to be a lot of videos popping up about Analogue 3D. And I'm surprised. In my Google feed, there's all these other guys that pay for advertising. And so they get a spot on Google. And, it's funny because it's people like me that actually talk to people and get in depth. You just don't know. I'm actually calling these people, talking to people, going deep. Not everybody does what I do they? So, anyways, the bottom line here, release date. That's what you guys want to know. That's going to be part of this video. So, okay, so what we have is a couple of things here. First off, I'm going to put up on the screen right now, everybody. Up on the screen, you're going to see a picture off of eBay, or not eBay, Amazon. And at the very top, you're going to see it says, March 19th for release date of the controller. Now, the white controller, I think, is available, but the black controller on Amazon is sold out. The white controller is still available on Amazon. I don't know how or why. I still think there's a limit of 2, just like the console, but it says March 19th for release. Well, that's kind of strange, because if you look down at the bottom, it says January. At the end of January is your return. Like if you want to do a return of your item, you have until January. So that could mean 2 things. It's either you have time to change your mind, or that game system is coming out in January. Now, we have that on Amazon. So if you go to Analogue 3D's website, you're going to see them, everything's sold out. So, and whenever you click on the controllers, it'll directly feed you to Amazon. Okay. Now, the other thing that you guys are really needing to know is what I found out. And here it is. So I want to put this up on the screen. I don't know if I should. That's where I feel like I'm going to get in trouble, right? So most people don't do what I do. So December 30th, okay? December 30th, Monday of 2024 was the final firmware update for the Analogue 3D. So what does that tell you? Well, we don't even have the system out yet. So that's final production firmware update on Monday, which is today, on the 30th of December of 2024. Now, you can actually find this. I don't know if I want to post it if I get in trouble. So we're going to just say it, and I'm going to go over it with you. So what's important about this? Okay, so we're going to talk about production. Obviously, your pre-orders got in October. It went live in October We're also going to talk about patents. Where do patents fall on this situation? It's all about Kevin's word, like they don't do anything without Kevin's approval. They'll tell you that. So he's the main guy. He worked, he does engineering, he does the computers. He's kind of a strange kind of a guy, but what guy isn't kind of strange, right? So the thing here is, they had a firmware, the finalization firmware update was today for processing. So that means that these units are being made production-wise. They're all being made in China. They're based out of Seattle, Washington. So how do they do this? Well, I wanted to get to the bottom of it, but they are not inclined to talk too much about their production. It's being made over in China, and so that means their final update, their final firmware update for the Analogue 3D went out today and probably got sent to China. My question is that firmware update, does China just build these systems, ship them to their warehouse where they test and install everything? I don't think so. I think China pretty much probably does everything. China probably even does the packaging on these things, you know? So you got to figure they've already done their testing for the system. They've already done everything you can do for the system, or they wouldn't have allowed pre-orders in October. Now, here's the other thing. I know people want to like, oh, we only seen what we wanted to see. Well, no, there's more. So, Analogue 3D, those guys said at the beginning, they said our planned release date is early first quarter. They said this, someone said this then, that was them saying it, early first quarter. Huh. Well, I think someone else also said that as well. Was it IGN? So we had 2 or 3 people online that you could viably look this up and probably still find it now, where it says early first quarter for the Analogue 3D. Now, people are always wondering, you know, like, what is the Analogue 3D? Well, if you're not in the loop, I don't know what to tell you, man. You know what I mean? But this guy, Kevin, he does something that Nintendo should have done, and they are just, you know, Nintendo could make a hybrid console and outbeat him completely. Nintendo could easily come out with something like a console that fits multiple cartridges. It could be the cartridge system made by Nintendo to play all of your old retro games. Charge a buku ton of money that plays 4K or 8K for your TV. Ooh, they could come out with so much stuff with adapters or play your Game Boy games on your TV. I know, you know, that it just makes it kind of hard for people to deal with, right? So, besides all of what could be done, there's multiple sources that said early 2025 first quarter early, like early in the first quarter. So I find that kind of strange, and he does want it to come out as soon as possible in the first quarter to get that money to start for the next sales batch. The funny thing is it's all about production. So he got those pre-orders in October, and then processing the go-ahead. I think I seen and read something in their file system that stated November. The orders went to China sometime in November. I don't want to say dates. So China, you got to remember, China takes about a month to make it, and then China takes about a month to send it to you. You know, let's be honest here. Have you ever ordered anything from Amazon and it took forever? Have you ever ordered from China? So China, it usually takes for eternity to ship because it's coming by boat. Not usually by plane. Sometimes by plane, but usually by boat. because the seaboard and everything, how they do all that shipping, you know. It'll sit at customs. So big orders like that will probably sit at customs as they check everything, review everything, make sure that it's a proper shipping. Now, where this falls into place is I tried checking on their patents, and if you guys out there have any idea where the Analogue 3D patent is, I can't seem to find it. Now, I have found patents for the controller, patents for the joysticks and everything for the controller. I have found patents for the chip that he's talking about. You know, the chip that he's saying, the FD, whatever it is, the special chip that's in there. Well, it's not really that special because this chip has actually been around for a long time. So why is this so special? Well, it's modified, right? So does he have a patent on the chip? There is a some sort of chip patent on this, and the only thing I can find is, and if you guys find anything as far as a patent, it's going to tell you production, like sales, who's involved, all that stuff. It'll give you some juicy tidbits to chase after if you're looking. But patents are a good way to, like, you know, here's the thing, if he comes out with this Analogue 3D and he don't have a patent on it, we can pretty much just steal his idea and sell it, even though he has some sort of disclaimer on his website. It don't matter what he has written on his website, because any kind of tech company could just run off with the idea and mass produce these beyond his level because they have more money than him. So there's got to be a patent for this Analogue 3D, and I'm not finding it. I don't know why, but does that mean it's not a secure thing or what? I don't know, because, you know, you always have a patent if you're doing something. Any kind of production, any kind of sales. Okay, so if you guys do find the patent for it, it's probably just going to say active, and it won't have a release date. It will say dates on there and times on there, processing here, this and that. The problem with patents is you have to pay to renew them. Basically, patents just take forever, you know, because you got to deal with the processing, the legal terms, but you got to be able to claim it as your own. Maybe he doesn't want a patent on it because of lawsuits. You know, who knows? He says, you know, Nintendo ain't going to come after you, but, right? You know, I mean, come on, Nintendo is pretty tight. They want to make their money. The problem is, Nintendo, why don't you get off your butts and make us what we want? We want these games brought back. We want a lot more going on. We have a lot going on. You could make mini consoles along with allow us to buy it in the store instead of a subscription. I don't want to pay for a subscription. I want a physical copy, or I want a digital copy at least. And you could at least allow me to install it on my hard drive. The problem with a subscription is, what if my internet's down? So what do you do when your internet's down, everybody? Well, you pretty much can't do anything besides enjoy normal time. But if it's wintertime and your internet's down, well, like an ice storm or something, you're going to break out the old retro consoles and you're going to play some retro games. Or what about your consoles that just have the base game installed on there? That's what you're going to do. But other than all of this, so there was a firmware update for today. It's a final firmware update for their 3D system. And that tells you that whoever's in process here, whether it's Analogue that gets the units shipped to them and then they package them over here, or do they just send the units? I don't know. You know, did they send the units completely packaged in China, or do they send them over here? So that would mean someone would have the daunting task of updating every one of these individually. Now, China, usually once production starts, it just takes a few months and you're ready to go. So China's usually pretty fast, and they could ship these out pretty fast. And the problem is you're not going to be getting paid extra for shipping. These things they sold you the price. They have he stands by his word on these. The problem is, though, people, is what we're going to have to watch out for is is the Analogue 3D going to have any problems? Because here we are, we're stepping it up a notch. They're not as simple as a Nintendo or a Super Nintendo. We're stepping it up a notch. We're going 64. What are we going to see? So, like I said in this video, I'm covering a lot of bases. And I'm going to go over some stuff that you guys need to know if you're buying these games off of eBay. There's a lot of important stuff here. We're already 15 minutes in. So, the firmware update was for today. What does that tell you? You got to think about it, you know. So, did China get this sent to them as a firmware update, or is it them updating it? Like I said, that Amazon pre-order says returns end at the end of next month. So, by the end of next month, if we haven't seen it, I'm sure they're going to have an announcement, because there's some sort of patch about having an announcement. Everybody wants to be able to have this thing. Most game collectors aren't going to open this thing. A lot of people, that's why there is a cap on 2 purchases per person. It's going to be, you're going to have a different card number and a different name. That's why pre-orders reopened up. So basically, the pre-orders went live. Well, the white console sold out right away. Black console was still available. Then, they were all sold out. Then, they came back real quick. They came back, I don't know, was it November for pre-orders? There was like, open again for pre-orders. And then, boom, gone again. So, that's probably because some people canceled their orders, or some people were able to order too many, and so the system kicked it out, their order completely, and so therefore the orders opened back up because they had, you know, and so basically there's a lot of, like, you know, you could just think about it with the production and the sales. So what we're going to be covering with all this situation is, how soon is this Analogue 3D coming? How important is this to you? The thing is you guys are going to be out there looking for games. For some of you that don't have all the games or have some of the games, I have even more games downstairs. It's ridiculous. I couldn't do all of this in one day. I couldn't set up a table with having everything. There's just too much crap. Too much. That's why I'm putting everything away. And as you can see, there's stuff in front of you that's like just a handful. And I just grabbed it to put on the table, and I'm going to go over everything that's important that you need to know, so you don't get scammed off of eBay. There are scams out there, people. So, what we're going to go over here is their production. Most likely, if they're doing it fast enough, they're not going to do rush shipping, because if they did rush shipping, they would be having to charge more, okay? That's not too expensive. They're trying to make money off of this, okay? So, the reason why they're having trying to do it and get it out the way now is because, well, you know, Trump's going to get in office. There's going to be some tariffs. Now's the time to capitalize on it. The cost of this system is going to go up. There's probably going to be a first version, second version, and a third version. And he may not do any more. Just like the NT, which is a Super Nintendo version from Analogue. And why is that canceled? Why can't we just order more of those? Basically, the NTs are never coming back, people. And so if you wanted to play Super Nintendo or regular Nintendo on 1080p, well, you're pretty much shit out of luck. You're going to be buying it off of Amazon for over $1,000. And so here we are, we're stepping into, we've already talked about the patents. I've talked about the release date. The patents are important because you can track stuff, find out more information. The reviews that you're going to see online, people are going to have positive, negative reviews, and the thing that you're going to see is every time they come out with a console, you're going to see all this hype on YouTube about it. Am I one of those? Well, maybe, because we need to get help, right? But the reality of this situation is you have a system that Nintendo should have made, and they're not doing. And this guy is stepping up to the plate. So, Kevin, thank you. I know it's hard, but you might want to come back out with all of your systems that you've made. There's talk on the internet that, they're doing this on purpose, that they resell them on Amazon, that the company actually resells them on Amazon to make more money off of their own product. So basically, there's talk about this. I'm not saying that that's what's going on, so I don't want to hear it. But that's something that's been said by several people, that it's a company that's shady because of this reason. And it's like, okay, whatever. But you'll see on Amazon these prices going for like $2,000, $3,000, over $1,000. Go on there, try to buy you that NT system. Tell me about it. Hell, even the Duo system, the TurboGrafx system, you can actually still pre-order those. So people that are selling those high, I don't know what to say, but I do have those. I do. And it is what it is, right? I want to be able to play these on my TV without paying for a subscription on the Switch, because they've already made it to where the Wii U store is gone, so you can't buy nothing anymore for the Wii U or any of that, which, I'm just saying, there's so much stuff to say. Now, I'm going to cover this. Like I said, people, get your, if you're going to be going online to buy some of these games and stuff, like this one is one that I actually own, okay? This is a one that I own. This is a Hexen that I own, okay? Sealed in box. The game's in this box. I have 2 of them. Yes, I got problems. I don't even want to talk about it. Let's not talk about the problems. So, these little things, they got a plastic wrap around them. I had covered it in the last Analogue video. It seems to be written in Spanish, Chinese, or Mexican, or even European. I'm just messing with you. I love it when you guys are on there and it's like, no, it's French. And it's like, yeah. So anyways, these are kind of alright. I'm going to be honest. It's not too bad. $9 or whatever. Like I said, it said there was 25 of these. I mean, Jesus Christ, it feels like there's more than 25. Oh, man. Mouth's getting dry. So they'll be wrapped in this, like coating, this plastic you have to peel off of there. As you can see, it's kind of like weird on there. That'll peel all the way off. It covers the entire plastic. It's from the plastic process. And then this is what they look like in the case. Pretty decent. This copy here was obviously bought after the fact. But regardless, this game here will be going back in its original box. As you can see, the original box here says Collector's Edition. So if you are looking for the Majora's Mask Collector's Edition, it will be a hologram cover. And regardless of what you might think, all of these originals have this, like, you can see the discoloration and the plastic melt. Like, they couldn't get the paint to mix with the plastic properly. So you had these, like, molding marks on all 4 corners of the disc or the cartridge. And that's how you know you got an original cartridge. And then also look for the stamp number, mine's 07. And as you can see, more molding marks on the back. These didn't come pristine gold. They weren't spray painted gold. If you see a cartridge on eBay for Majora's Mask and it don't have these kind of like impressions and discolorations like that, then it's not original. Some people take these cartridges and spray paint them, and then they put stickers on them. Originals will have this molding defect at all 4 corners, okay? And same thing with on the back, all 4 corners, okay? So this is an original, and it has the hologram sticker. There are knockoffs out there, so that's why I wanted to cover in this video. You people are going to be going out there buying stuff off eBay. I see it already, okay? I have stopped. I don't need to. I have my stuff. So, look for, if you're going for the collector's edition, people charge a lot of money for this. You know, I want to be honest with you. There's a guy on there selling a GameCube that's a Zelda GameCube for like 10 grand. I do blame Retro Rick for this kind of stuff. But I'm going to guess that the reason why he's selling it for 9 or 10 grand is because he bought it for a high price and he wants to make his money back. You know, he probably bought it for 5-6 grand or something and then realized, man, that was too much. No GameCube should be over 3 grand, okay? Unless if it's graded or signed, I don't want to hear it, okay? I don't care if it's sealed in box. If it's sealed in box, you get anywhere from $1 grand to $3 grand. It better have, it better be graded if you want more money. It better be signed by the makers of Zelda if you want that kind of money, okay? The only way to actually get that signed is to take it with you to Japan and go to the Nintendo Museum and have him sign it, okay? He doesn't really come over to America very often. When he does, he doesn't like to do meet and greets. He doesn't like to deal with people. I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to deal with anybody either. So, he's got a crazy name. I'm not going to try to say it because I'm going to mess it up. So, when it comes to these games, people, watch out. Because this is an original Zelda. I do have a gold one here. But a lot of people are like, look, if you see the sticker, it looks normal, right? And whenever you tilt it, it looks like crap. That's actually normal. Yeah, that's not from discoloration. You see the little white peckles in there? Okay, so right here it looks normal. And whenever you tilt it, it looks like white peckles or something. You see it by the sword and by the top. That's actually how the sticker is. This has been in a box, okay? This has not been... I pulled it out. This has not been used and abused. That's not from cleaner. You know, you might think, man, that's from someone trying to clean it. No. That white discoloration is actually how the whole damn sticker is. It's something about how they... Like, if you look at it, it looks kind of like ancient, worn, or some sort of special kind of, you know what I mean? It's not supposed to be solid gold. So, if you see one of these, and you're like, why does the sticker look like that? Somebody tried to clean it. No, nobody tried to clean it. That's actually how it is, okay? So, I'm just kind of going over this with you guys real quick, and then we'd be done. I know them videos going way too damn long already. You're going to be looking for cases like these, old-fashioned. I actually have cases like this that say Nintendo on them. They'll be blue or pink and different colors, and then these are actual original cases from back in the day, and in there is some writing that says Electronic Arts, Nintendo 64. You can see it there. These are actual original cases from back in the day for like video stores and stuff like that, and to put your games in. We will be doing a test when the game system comes out. Will the Game Shark work? I actually found another expansion pack in a box downstairs. I have... Whoa, what's wrong with me, people? Anyways, so... the truth is, the Paper Mario is in here. Okay, people. The Paper Mario game is in there. I didn't buy this. This is original, okay? I did not buy this shit. This one's been opened. It says Walmart, $39.96. So, once again, it's not on the table. The game is in here. You know, I'm just stating everything so you guys know that, you know, there are two different types of factory seals that I know of. I don't know if you can see it, but this one is kind of like a layover kind of seal right here down the middle in the back. And then there is a zipper type seal. Let's see, do I have that one here? Oh no, I didn't grab it. Good God. Grading companies look for this kind of stuff. So this is an overlap seal here. And then there'll be a zipper seal one as well that comes off of this. This is what I call like a zipper seal, where it's got the crease, okay? So all you people that are wondering about, you know, different types of creases and different stuff, one thing I wanted to cover is like, one thing that I really hate, okay? This game came from Blockbuster back in the day. You can see the sticker still there and how the kind of crap they do to their stickers. I have to clean this shit off, people. I never should have bought this, but Blockbuster would actually come with the actual, they would give you the box and they would give you the instruction manual. So here's the manual, Shadows of the Empire. Isn't that what that is? So you would get the manual and you get the box. They kept all the boxes in the back with the manuals. I want to know how the manual got like this from Blockbuster. I don't know. You know, it's whenever they had the $10 bin sale or game sale, $5 bin. Go over there, grab your games. You know, I had a problem where I couldn't help myself. Now, I do have an original Rogue Squadron. I'm wondering why I bought this one from somewhere. It has a barcode stuck on it. People, if you're looking at games, do not buy a game that has a sticker on a sticker. You'll go to stores, like at the mall, or stores out at like GameStop or whatever. If they have a sticker on a sticker, please let them know that they're a dumbass for having that, and that just degraded the value of the game. And if you do want the game, you tell them it better be discounted because I'm not paying that price. Okay? People, that completely ruined the game right there. In order for this to be full production value of any kind, with or without box, that just degraded that game down way below the percentage that it would ever be. Okay? I think I have another game here somewhere. Here we go. I've got several Nightmare Creatures, okay? I had a spending problem at one point. So I have Nightmare Creatures sealed. I have Nightmare Creatures with box. Nightmare Creatures collector's box, which I should have in this video. I'll do a separate video on that. But once again, here we are, a sticker on a sticker, people. Don't pay for that crap. Tell them, message the people on eBay, say, I'm not paying for that crap. If you're willing to drop your price because you put a sticker on a sticker or bought something with a sticker on a sticker, then there you go. Now, as you can see, I got a Forsaken here. I also have a Forsaken box, so I'm not understanding why I have the game book, a box. This must be god dang Blockbuster again, with their magnetic strips in there, okay? I don't know, but Forsaken can be bought right now, a 4K version on Xbox or PlayStation or Nintendo Switch online. They remade this game and revamped it in 4K for everybody, so that way you don't have to even play this game, so just throw that away, right? I think you can even buy a disc version. Now, instruction manuals, a lot of them came like this. Remember, this is collector's edition, and this is how the books look. They'll have a Nintendo. Don't get screwed. Be wise with what you get off of eBay. I know you guys are going to be out there spending money. Try not to overdo that. Like I said, like, see this here, this Maniac Mansion, this is my original and I wrote on it. I was stupid enough to write codes on it and stuff back when I was a kid. And we have the Ninja Turtles, and we actually have Back to the Future completely in case with booklet and everything sealed in there with the plastic and all original, untouched. The game sucked, people. It was made by these people. So, if you guys are digging deep and have more questions, as I come into more information, I will post it and bring it up. The thing is Analogue 3D is producing this system as fast as they can, and they want it out fast because they want that money. So if anybody cancels their orders, the important thing is the firmware update went out today. Okay, so that tells you that's usually finalization process. I probably should have said this before. Did I not say this? Nope, didn't say it. I made you wait till the end of the video. So, yeah, usually the last firmware is your final installation, final firmware update on the chip. That goes out today, people. So whoever's got it, they must have them together, and they're plugging them in to update them. So, usually shipping takes about a month to ship to the United States. Yeah, it takes a couple weeks. So, will it be by the end of January? Or will it really be March 19th? Oh, God. If it's March 19th, get me out of here. Now, I'm going to drop some bombs on you. There are some people out there that will be covering this. Mad Little Pixel. I like the guy. I've talked to the guy. He's a very nice guy. He makes videos on these retro things, and I'm going to be honest, Mad Little Pixel, he's pretty cool. And he's covered all the other systems before. I've never spent time to cover these. I have just started this channel in the past few months. We will cover everything over time, along with a lot of other content with Baby and even more stuff than any of you guys actually know. We're actually going to go to places, do on-the-spot videos. We have like a whole agenda planned for the next 20 years with running the channel. We're going to make it pretty special. So that's why you should probably just go ahead and subscribe, save yourself the time. Because as time goes on, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It just means join. You're joining the channel. It just puts it in your little hot box for you to go back and check on. That's it. So subscriptions, it doesn't mean you're paying me anything. I don't get no money off of subscriptions. You know? The whole point is to try to get subscribers. And you ain't going to make any money off of YouTube until you have a ton of subscribers. And we're talking like 1 million subscribers, people. So those people out there on YouTube channels that have like 1 million subscribers, they're making a lot of money off of YouTube. Okay, I'm just dropping you the secret there. It's Google that's paying them. Google is YouTube. YouTube is Google. Thank you. So as far as it goes, we have a lot of old mint condition stuff here. Just want you guys to understand that these games are very rare. I pulled these out of boxes too. It's so stupid. You might ask, why do I have 2 Sim Cities? You know, well, I told you I have problems. Anyways, there's even more down there, and there's just so much. Some guy told me, well, where are all the copies of the Zelda Collector's Edition GameCube? And I said, well, it's people like me, dumbass. We own like 20 of them. Don't believe me? You can find videos all over YouTube where people are like, check out my game room. And I even seen one in my Google feed today. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? This guy's unboxing a GameCube that had the Metroid Prime, and it literally has a ton of this guy has a ton of GameCubes, and it looked like 3 or 4 Zelda literally Zelda GameCubes, the collector's edition, sitting in the back. You want to talk to me? He tried telling me that there was only 5,000 Zelda GameCubes made. Boy, don't let me go into the story about how that went. Nintendo was having a hard time making sales. Their black consoles, their 001s, they put a sticker on the damn thing with a game in there and called it a collector's edition. Now, if that ain't stupid, I don't know what to tell you, but it made sales. A lot. Anyways, I gotta go, people. There's a lot more to say about Analogue 3D. There's, like I said, the firmware update went out today, so that means they're installing that firmware on the console. So the console must be on. I will see you guys later. Subscribe. Like if you can. I don't care if you like it or dislike it. I'm just saying, subscribe. There's going to be a lot more coming. There's a lot to go over. And also, what the hell is this game? I've never played it. I can't remember it. Is it worth anything? I don't even know. Anyways, till next time, people, I'll talk to you later.